Welcome in, everyone, to the Fly for Fun show. It is our 34th show of the year. It is August 24th, 2021. I want to welcome everybody in. We got a great show planned tonight. Tonight's guests, we have Sam Burns of Sam and Rose FPV and Robby Gray of the World Drone Community. So, Ray, that'll be two great guests. And let me get through all this little stuff we usually read at the beginning. I want to welcome everybody. We do have a Facebook page, guys, and I also set up a new group page for the Fly for Fun show. And I invited tons of people, and I have a lot of people joined already. So if you're not a member already, you can post your videos and post your photos there, or any information related to drone. We'd love to have it. And as usual, we'll be giving away some Fly for Fun stickers tonight, about halfway through the show. We do have our two-part 107 questions. Of course, the first person to answer will be put in. We do two questions, so we'll get two more names in the hat. And so far, we have Brad Austin, Maddie, Michael Toto, Rhode Island Drone Guy, in there so far for the T-shirt. And we'll those guys can answer the question, but we will, we're going to try to get two different names in there tonight. Want to wish, we're giving away a T-shirt to the South Florida Drone Meetup, right? That we had, Ray.
Yep, that's it.
And I do want to wish a couple of birthdays we had this week. Well, Ken Herron had his birthday. I think it was actually Saturday. And Angela, Lost Girl Hikes' birthday is Friday. So I want to wish her a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
CaptainRay, we got a great crowd already in. And I know, y'all had a little storm, and I think everything survived. And kind of bad, I'll say bad news. It's very early in the thing, but there's a storm that looks like it's going to get in the Gulf of Mexico. And of course, every time they put that cone, it kind of looks already, and it's 16 years to the date of Katrina, which was a devastating storm. So, just keep us in your prayers there. It'll be toward the middle of next week sometime. So we just hoping and praying. And, once it gets in the Gulf, it's got to go somewhere, and you don't want to wish it on Texas. You don't want to wish it on Florida, but the reality is, and Lake Charles got hit twice last year. So, it's kind of, I don't know. It's hurricane season, and man, it's really vamping up. They got 2 or 3 storms out there. So, CaptainRay, I want to say you may notice, and we'll get into this a little. I have a T-shirt, a JohnnieDroneFlyer T-shirt, and CaptainRay. This shirt's Robby Gray from the World Drone Community. I don't know if you can see the back.
Yeah, very nice. I tell you,
Robby made these special with our logo on the front and in the World Drone Community, and on this side we have the Trust, and we have the have this one on mine. So very nice. It's a very quality T-shirt. And I think Robby sold some at Minefield or so. So he's getting in, and we're gonna find out all about what the World Drone Community is about as far as his webpage, and he does a show, him and Al, I think on Monday nights. So it's kind of new. I think they've had 2 shows before. So CaptainRay, if you want to,
I tell you, man, we survived the storm here on Long Island. We were going to get a direct hit. Henry was coming right for us, but at the last minute, it missed Long Island, went right around Long Island, went up into Connecticut, and we were lucky, thank God. But I didn't get any flying in, even though we survived the storm. But I did post a good video of my mini meetup with Maddie and TJ down in Florida when I was down there the week before. And maybe we'll show that a little later. And I had a good time with those guys. And I just can't wait to get out there and fly again. And I have to say thank you to Robby for the shirt. It's really, really nice quality. And Johnny showed you the back, so I'm not going to bother to turn around. But we got the Trust thing right here, and thank you, Robby. And the World Drone Community is going to be unbelievable. There's no doubt in my mind about it, But Johnny, we got a lot of great people in the house already. Let me welcome them in. Drone Shots was number 1. How you doing? And Dre, Recovery One Drones, Third Eye View, Maddie's Drone World. How you doing? Well, Sam, he's in the back room,
Sam's eating a shrimp, yeah.
And so is Robby. But JC Flying, good to see you all the way from North Carolina. I'm telling you, we got a great crowd. I saw Lost Girl Hikes and Doc Murdoch from New Mexico. Doc is from New Mexico. And Drone Videos, welcome to you. How you doing? I'm telling you, Johnny, I'm going up the list here. John Olson, right here from Long Island. Him and I fly together a lot. Matt Bagwell, how you doing? Marcus is in the house.
Yeah,
Hi,
Marcus is in the
Marcus.
house. Yeah, Hot Rod in Daytona. I see. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you. Yeah, we got a great crowd in the house, Johnny. Jerry Bauer up in Canada, Michael Fly Zone, Stevie Bronx, lens capture on. No, Tom. I'm sorry. I always get Tom and Stevie Bronx mixed up. Tom,
Yeah.
welcome to you. Lens capture online. Oh man, I'm telling you, Alan, all the way from Ireland. Mike B. How you doing, the Drone Ranger? I'll tell you, Johnny, we got a great crowd. Arco, how you doing?
Yeah, Art's in the house. I see
Man,
Herman's in the house.
Oh,
Mark Fisher.
TDR Drones, Brian, good to see you. And TJ Grady. And Mark Fish is in the house. How you doing? Akirasho, good to see you. Drone Life RC. I mean, I think we'll continue these names later, Johnny. And,
as they come in, we'll try to give you a shout out, of course. And we want to thank everybody. We got a great show.
How you doing, Adrian?
Adrian's in the house. Yeah, Adrian texted me a little earlier.
But I tell you, Johnny, we got a great show lined up tonight with Robby Gray and Sam Burns. I'm looking forward to hearing from both of them. There's no doubt they both have interesting stories to share with the viewers. And just to let the viewers know, if you have any questions for them, ask in the chat. We'll try to get them to answer them. And we got some videos to show tonight. We got a few videos that were sent in. So it should be a great show.
Robby, CaptainRay, if you want to introduce Robby, we'll get him in.
Yeah. No, Robby, I've known Robby Gray now for probably six months or so. He started with Al Duran on DroneFlyer, and then he sort of introduced his world drone community very slowly, but I was one of the first to hear about it, and it sounded like a great concept. But Robby is coming to us from all the way from Tennessee, and Robby will tell us all about it right now. Welcome, Robby.
Well, Robby. Thank you. This is my first live stream, guys. Thank you for inviting me on your show. I watched enough of them.
Robby, we were talking before. It's a lot easier being on one than it is running one. So
man, I tell you, it really is. You don't have to worry about making no thumbnails, setting no timers, because the timer gets a little tricky because you got to think about what time frame everybody's on.
Right. But anyway, welcome in. And Bill Renee, I see Bill's in the house. But
Robby, you and Al have a fantastic live stream that you just started. The World Drone Community.
We're working on it. We're putting a lot of thought into it, and so many people have YouTube channels now, and it's really hard to keep up with everybody's stream and support everybody. And remember, sometimes the bell don't let us know that somebody's got a live stream on. So that's one of the things that we wanted to make sure that when we built this World Drone Community, it's actually for the community. It doesn't really have anything to do with my private channel or Al's private channel, because we both have, I've got Travel Tech 360, and then Al's got DroneFlyer. But we put it together because we figured that it would give a one area people can go to and concentrate on, because we can watch each other's streams all week long and have to wait a week, to answer and ask questions and stuff. But other than that, when we want to know something, we have to watch YouTube. So we're trying to kind of build a website that's got a library knowledge area in it to answer people's questions. If they want to go fly somewhere, what a FAA rule is and stuff like that. So the website should be launching this next week on time. Okay. I'd love to have it done before my Monday night stream to get it done, but I want everybody to go there when it comes up, and I want you to register. And when you register, it is going to ask you a couple of questions. Like it might ask you like a location of where you're at, what drones you fly, and stuff like that. But when you fill it out and submit it, it's going to send you in your email a membership card, and it's going to be a number, and it'll say WD in front of it. That's going to be your membership number. Keep that. Because later down the road, when we get hooked up with the manufacturers, there's a good option for when you want to buy a product, you can buy it directly from there as a member. And we're hoping that we can generate some good discounts. We're already talking with Skydio. So we're talking with some other ones now and see what we can work out. But hey, you know, a lot of people here will either buy it through a third party or they'll buy the basic stuff through Amazon because they can get it quick. But, you know, it's the same time frame no matter who you buy it with. But if we can save a little bit as a group, that's one of the things that we want to try to do, because y'all know this hobby can get expensive.
Huh.
Yeah, that's sure. It sounds great. It really does. And I know you've been working your butt off on it. You know?
We want to promote. I mean, the good thing is like, you guys have got a lot of knowledge. I'm new to this scene, and my background is IT. My degree's in computer science, a lot of web-based, a lot of marketing stuff. So I'm kind of bringing that to the table. And most of the stuff that I've learned on how to fly was actually when me and Al met. Me and Al met and started flying close to 2 years ago. And he's a really good flyer. He knows the camera. He confuses me because he could probably make the camera if he had tools. Well, he gets a little far.
That's one of the big questions we wanted to ask you. How did you get involved with drones, and what was your first drone?
Well, my first drone was a drone that Al gave me, and it was a Spark. And when I came to Virginia from Thailand during the virus, Al was in the hospital, and his wife knew my sister. And of course, I'm a big tech freak. So before I had a tech channel, it was all about like how to upgrade computers and stuff like that. And she said, I got a friend that works for Dell. I was like, oh man, all I got is Dell. I got to meet this guy. So we went over to the hospital and started talking. And he's like, hey, I got a YouTube channel. It's like, hey, I got one too. And he's like, well, mine's drones. And I'm like, mine's computers. So we just kind of talked. He said, you got to come out and go flying with me one day. So I went out and flew, and then he said, well, let's fly a couple drones and see what you want. Well, I was so excited just to see how a drone flew. When he showed me the Mini, I was like, I want it. And he's like, wait, fly them first, make sure.
Right, yeah.
So I was like, okay. So we got to a football field in Virginia, and we were flying from one end to the other. He was flying, I think he was flying Mavic Pro 2, and I was flying the Mini. He was coming back. I was just taking off because his was so fast. So I was like, well, I like this drone, and it's great that everybody concentrates on flight time, but hell, if it's going to take me 10 minutes to get to the other end and get back, maybe I don't want. So I flew the Mini, and I thought that's what I wanted. And then we took it down to the James River, and it was a little windy one day.
Yep.
And the wind caught it a couple times. And I was a little nervous because, you know, everybody that I know that has flown, because I've taught a couple of people also, they always do that thing where they don't look at the phone, and they look up at the drone. And I was bad about that when I first started flying. And the wind caught it and blew it away a little bit, and it just terrified me because this was Al's drone. I was like, your drone is going left, and I'm pulling it right. So I pulled it down, and he said, look, I got this little Spark, and I want you to try it. The Spark has a little bit more weight to it. And honestly, it wasn't affected. Yeah, it wasn't affected by the wind as much. Right. It's not as strong. So I said, you know, I really like that. And he goes, you know, Robby, I got so many drones. He wanted a website. So I had built him a website. And he said, you know, you gave me a website. I'm going to give you something. I what? It will give you this drone. I was like, Al, you sure?
Cool.
He said, nice. I started flying the Spark and everything. And then I was like, I really like it. So then after I really started getting into it, I went to the Air 2, which was a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've flown a lot of different drones. I've flown the Femies, the Hubsons. I've flown all the drones. And, you know, for me, I like the DJI. They're stable. Nothing against any of the other drones, but it's just what I've always flown, and I enjoyed it. And lately I had an opportunity, and I got a bigger drone, and I got the Matrice 600 Pro, and actually flew it at Minefield.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of people ask, you know, what do you do with a drone that big? Why would you want a drone that big? Well, it has a lot of advantages over a lot of the drones for commercial use. Like if you're doing power line inspections or anything where you're flying around a lot of metal, the Aspire 2 will go crazy. This drone, it does not affect it. I mean, you can get right by the receivers, by the house. It's just sturdy. So, you know, basically what I had planned on using it for, other than wanting to fly it a little bit for fun, is I got a couple of roofing companies, and they hire people to go out. Well, the camera that's on that, you know, I could probably do the job as quick with, you know, Air 2S or something like that. But the advantage is this camera's got about an $8,000 camera on it. The drone does. So I can sit here and hit like 50.
You show up with that drone and you make an impression.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, it did. So when we took it to Minefield and set it up, and then Ken came over and he goes, "Are you going to fly it?" And I said, "Yeah." So mine has a rolling case. So the case is impressive. So it's big. It's like 4 foot by 4 foot case. So I rolled it out and we opened it up and put it on the table. And he said, "Come and get me when you're going to start it up." So I went over there and they was all flying FPVs the whole time, which I may have to get into that because it looked fun. So he came over and I told him, I said, "Okay, let's start it up and try it." And he said, "Can I fly it?" And I was like, "Do you want to fly it?" And he said, "Do you trust me to fly it?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Do you trust me to land it?" I said, "No, you can fly it though." So I got it up in the air and then I gave it to him and he flew it a little bit. And then he got ready to land it and he goes, "Can I land it?" I was like, "Tell me, can you land it?" So he landed it and it's a heavy drone. You know, it weighs 22 pounds. That's just the drone without the batteries. And it takes 6 batteries to operate it. So it's a heavy, it's a heavy drone. So he flew it and he got through and he said, "It's the biggest drone I've ever flown." He said, "But it floats like butter. It's so smooth the way it is." It's a big drone. It'll go, I did a range test on it and it'll do 3.2 miles.
Oh, really?
Okay. It'll go 65 miles an hour without a payload.
Damn.
And you can carry 22 pounds with it. Now, I have a gimbal on it. I've got a gimbal on it and the camera. So my Ronin gimbal is pretty big. So you can mount a Sony on there. I've got a Ronin, what is it? Red Epic, 35 millimeter on it. And I mean, you could like see the fleas on a dog with it.
Yeah.
So, you know, we had a good time with it. And, you know, a lot of people were asking, "What's it weigh? What'll it do?" And I was new to it because I'd not really gone out and flown it a lot.
Okay.
And I'll use it a little bit and then probably sell it and get something else. But it's just something that there was opportunity for, you know, to get it there. And so, you know, to answer questions, because a couple of people asked me in the live stream the other night, "Why would you want something like that?" Until you fly it, it's a different experience. It just really is. It's a little scary when it's low because when you fly it over, you slow. It's like Independence Day. But it's pretty enjoyable. So,
okay, it sounds great, Robbie. Yeah. Really, I mean, I would love to try to fly a drone like that. So I mean, to see it, and I did see your video about it. It was amazing. I was like amazed. My neighbor flies one. I don't know if you know that. My neighbor in Florida, he flies one of them for the Florida Power and Light Company down there.
Bill Brooks has one.
Okay.
Oh, really? I didn't know Bill had one.
Yeah, Bill has one. So Bill helped me because my Android didn't have the software wasn't operating 100% perfect. And he's like, "Hey, I got my tablet with me." He said it's already got the software on there. So he came over and we flew it with his iPad and he had it all like pointed in. But you should have seen him. And Bill, if you're on here, I'm kind of laugh. When you know, when you have to calibrate your drone, you can either do the automatic calibration like you do on the minis, or you got to pick it up and move it. He was dancing the thing like this sideways, like this, and you know, it was a fun. You know,
I don't know if you noticed the comments, Robbie, but Doc Martin offered to help you out with anything you need with the FPV setup.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. That's something that I want to experience because, you know, when I went to the meet, I was really curious to see what drones everybody had. And honestly, the only thing I really saw there was FPV. I saw an Aspire 2, and then I saw a couple of the Autel drones. That's it. It was a lot of FPVs flying around stuff. So I'm kind of interested in, you know, I joined a Facebook group for that. And it was so funny because I joined it and I said, "Hey, I'm interested in getting one." And they're like, "Well, you need to get one like a toy because, you know, you got to be really smart to operate these." And by the time I got through listening to 10 people, I felt like maybe I was retarded or something. I was like, "Can I not figure this out?" So I said, "Well,
I've been flying a little bit. I'll tell you what, of course, I had Doc on the phone Saturday and man, I'll tell you what, Doc's a great guy, but yeah, so let's, I'll tell you what, Robbie, man, that's a great. I know y'all had a great time at Minefield, and I know it was a lot of FPV, but and I know they had some crashes. But hey, that was a fun
I got to make an announcement though, Johnny. You got the information on the South Florida Drone Meetup scrolling along the bottom there, and we're going to have that event in Jensen Beach, Florida, on April 2nd, 2022. But I have great news, and Robbie offered to sponsor the event, and he's going to be donating a Mini 2 and a GoPro and some action cams. But you can tell us a little bit about that, Robby.
Yeah, we've got some stuff. I mean, we're really trying to promote the World Drone community. So we're making shirts and going to be giving out a bunch of stuff. And I got a little list of some stuff that we're making right now. We bought all the equipment to make it ourselves. That way, because, it's not that we can't afford to buy the stuff and give it away to people and get the word out. It's just something you have to do when you market something. But the problem is today it's like everything you buy is late. There's a chip issue. So the company in China can't send it to you, or so we bought our own equipment to make our own shirts, coffee mugs, water bottles. And one pretty cool thing that I like is we're going to start making landing pads with our logo on it.
Yeah,
so any of you guys that want your own landing pad with your logo on it, you can send your logo in and we can actually put your logo in the center or on the outside of the bag, whichever one you want. And then with that, we've got some little bean bags, and the bean bags have got World Drone Community on them. And they have like a moisture bead on the inside. And what these are for, and Johnny, you were talking about this morning, we're coming to a point of the season. The flying season's coming soon, and it'll be over. And then we're getting into the colder seasons to fly and the wet seasons and stuff like that. So when you're out flying and your drones are getting wet and everything else, y'all know, we have always had moisture problems in our bags when we're out flying and we throw it in the car to drive home. So you can throw these little bean bags in your bag and they're going to absorb that moisture for you.
Cool.
And they work really well. Me and Al went out one day, and, a lot of people that buy the stuff, Lowe's sells some stuff in a bag called dry all. Put it in a sock, my friends, because if you put it in a bag and put it near anything wet, it's like barnacles on a boat. You'll never get it off. So we're making these little bean bags, and it's inside and it's sewn up and it's got it. You just throw it in your bag and it keeps your bag. So, we're trying to market good and do some things. And, we want to work with everybody. We're trying to bring more people into the hobby like I came in,
right.
Get big. And I am going to be pulling a lot of information, videos, and interviews from people that are in our World Drone Community Facebook group over. And we're going to have interviews on the front of the website that'll tell about what part of the world the image or video was taken from. We're going to have an article with the person that flew, what drone he used and stuff. So, it's nice to be able to watch the live streams, but in the middle of the night, you get bored and you want to do something drone, go to the website and look around.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Hey, I'm gonna pop this first question in, and then we'll get Sam in, and then we got a couple questions, but we'll ask you both the questions at the same time. Maybe.
Okay.
Ray, if you want to read this first question, we'll put it up.
Yeah, basically, what is the maximum airspeed a remote pilot may operate a UAS?
Easy.
100 knots, B, 75 miles per hour, C, 100 miles an hour. And,
easy question.
It is. Even I got that answer, But I tell you, look at this. Look at the answers coming in. Everybody's getting it. And Maddie, it looks like Maddie got it first. But
his name is in, but I think it'll be Jerry Bauer that'll go in a hat. So
I think Maddie really wants to win this. I think he wants another South Florida Drone T-shirt.
Maddie loves T-shirts. We're gonna have to get Maddie a T-shirt.
But anyway, thank you very much, Robby, for sponsoring the South Florida Drone Meetup.
No problem. Glad to do it, guys.
All right, with no further ado, I'm gonna
Sammy right now, or
we're gonna bring Sammy. Sammy's in the back room eating. We when I first met Sammy, I guess I don't know, probably a year now through the chats, and he was a camera guy, I think, and he kind of transitioned his way over to FPV, so we gave him a rough time, but man, he's really doing good, and I tell you what, he's building, and his wife Rose he's teaching her to fly. So with no further ado, and Sammy, what's up? No, he got his goggles on.
Oh, look at this! Look at this!
Oh, my bad. I was out terrorizing the neighborhood watching wait for you guys.
You got your drone set up on a roof and you're zooming in on people? Is that what you?
I just buzzing the kids around the neighborhood.
Hey, welcome, Sam.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Yeah, yep. Sammy, I know you've been. I know you kind of got into FPV. I don't know how long have you been in FPV now?
Almost a year. Coming up, just almost a year. Yeah.
Right. Well, Sammy, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started. I know you tell us where you're from, or tell us a little bit. I mean, you want to give us your bank account number and stuff like that, you can, but tell us as much as you want us to know about Sam Burns.
Well, no, I was born in Michigan. I grew up here in California, and I was a over the road truck driver for 30 years, and
Oh.
now I just move trailers around. I don't go anywhere. I work for Penske Logistics, and other than that, I can't follow Robby. I can't follow that. I'm not near as exciting as he is.
Well, I tell you, Sam. I did not know you were a truck driver. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All I knew is you're a computer wizard. And you got some good information that you share in the chats with everybody, and I appreciate it, and I know they do.
Well, I try to help, because a lot of these guys, I'll leave them nameless, were giving me all kinds of crap for going to FPV. And now they're all hitting me up now, wanting to know how to do this, that, and the other thing. And, you reach back and help them out. And
you can say Johnny. That's okay. You can say Johnny. No, we picked on you. We didn't give you a rough time.
I won't name no names, Matt.
Maddie. That's okay.
The other thing is you're an Apple guy, right?
Yeah. I have an Apple developer account. My son has that. My son's actually a programmer. He has a couple of apps in the App Store, and so yeah, we're big on tech around here. We try to stay up with all the latest stuff.
Well, Sam, I know when I was buying the laptop I have now, you helped me, and I know we went back and forth. I was kind of debating about the the desktop or even the little I didn't know which one. So you helped me because the drone stuff is so much more than a drone. It's anything. It's the laptop. It's the computer. It's the Osmo actions in the pocket. So, it's cameras, the GoPros. It's not just the drone. The drone part may be the easiest part of it,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you can once you get into it, like you can get the little bind and fly kits and whatnot. Those are good to start with.
Right.
But then you find out that you got to learn how to program the flight controllers. You got to learn how to run beta flight on the computer. You got to have battery chargers, batteries, and there's a whole lot of information that goes into how you charge batteries. You can't charge some batteries with other batteries. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you got to learn.
Yeah,
the flying
it's not as easy as taking that Air 2S out that case and flying it.
No.
Hey, Sam,
Yeah.
Does this Holy Strong drone qualify as an FPV drone? Because it crashes all over the place.
That was my very first drone. I had the Hollystone HS700D. It's the big black one that kind of looks like a Phantom, but it's not a real Phantom. And that thing was psycho. I don't know how I made it past that one.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird. I know I have just a little, I have the beta FPV, and now and then I guess it'll get wacko and you have to calibrate it. But man, it'll just shoot straight up, But, and I'm sure that, and it's kind of like we talk about all the time, buying a cheap drone is kind of worse than you're better off just getting a good drone and get that good experience. And I mean, DJI, of course, they just came out with that SE, and I was kind of, I don't know, I'm still kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of in the middle about why they built something like that when they already had the original. But anyway, it's a great drone for people getting in the hobby. I know if somebody would ask me, I mean, that would be the first place you go to tell them, Robby, would you agree? And CaptainRay.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I mean, it's a great little drone. And, DJI just so, I canceled my, I had the Xeno Mini order. I did cancel it. I think I canceled it Tuesday. No, I canceled it Monday and got my money back already from PayPal. And, the girl from the Xeno, she keeps messaging me, hey, don't cancel, but I already canceled and got my money back, So she keeps saying it's going to be shipped tomorrow. Captain Ray, we got some more people in if you want to name a few. I don't know.
Yeah, I tell you, Sergio, how you doing? Michael, Flies Out Drones. Good to see you guys. John Bonifant up in Rhode Island. And DeMarco, always good to see you. Greg Pittman, good to see you. I think I said Mike B already. And I tell you, Johnny, we got a great crowd, We appreciate it, guys. Just to let you know, we appreciate you tuning in on a Wednesday night, And
I see
we got two great guests tonight.
I see Bill Thomas is in the house. And who else? Somebody else you missed.
Chad B. Hey, Chad B.
Chad B. Yeah, Chad. I'm
glad to see Chad before.
Chad had been in a lot of streams. He's starting to get into some streams again. And Sam, I do want to thank you. You support a lot of channels, and that means a lot to all the guys that live stream. And I know it's hard and all these times. And I put out that little drone guide, and I mean that's probably I think I have over 50 shows on there. So, you know, you do divide about 7. There's probably 7, 8 shows a night. So, you know, but
there's a lot.
Hey, you know, check your YouTube. You know, sometimes you get unsubscribed, and you know, set the bell, and you know, even if you watch a few minutes, and I think the biggest compliment, I'll talk about it all the time, is people go back and watch, and that's a big compliment when somebody takes the time out their day to even go back and watch something. You know.
Well, that's what happened to me. I mean, my schedule changed, so I used to be off on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and so that's where I would catch all the shows, and I stayed up with all the shows. But then my schedule got reversed, so now I'm off like, you know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I miss the shows, but I try when I'm at work. I try to pop in, just say hi, you know, what's going on, and then later when I get home, I'll go back and watch.
So what you're saying is you get paid to watch our show at work?
Yes,
that's pretty cool.
While I'm working, you guys are right there with me. I actually have Johnny's sticker on my lunchbox.
Yeah. Well, speaking of stickers, Johnny, why don't you play the numbers game? You know, we got some.
Yeah, I'll put that banner. We'll continue. You guys don't have to stop. Let's see.
Yeah.
Where's that banner at here? I got so many banners. I'm like, yeah, but pick a number, and we'll keep it up. Well, Sammy, what are you building? I mean, what's your build right now? I know you just put a picture up of something you just finished. So what you got working on now?
I just finished the Apex 4-inch, but I'm actually working on, I'm working on Project 399 Super G, a 5-inch. But I have to build Rose a drone because I fried hers, and she's a little mad at me.
Well, hey.
Well, she got it stuck in a tree, and part of the Vista unit got burnt out, so it didn't display the information in the goggles. So I figured I could fix it. Well, I fried it, so now I got to either build her one or buy a new one.
Sam, how is she doing? I know she just started, so I mean, is she doing good?
Well, you know, yeah, because the way that we're doing it is with the DJI goggles.
We got a winner. Classic. How you doing? You won. Congratulations.
There you go, number 1.
All right. Sorry, Sammy, but I had a winner of that.
I was saying, an easy way to teach people how to fly is, she's been, you know, flying on a simulator, but when we go out to fly, she has her own DJI goggles, and you can actually, you know, I can view what she sees in my goggles, but you have to make some changes, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to do it that way. So there's an app called DigiView that came out, and you can just plug your cable into her goggles and then plug it into my phone, and I can stand right next to her and I see what she sees in the goggles. So I kind of, you know, can coach her, you know, give it a little throttle, go ahead and make your turns, you know, talk to her while she's flying, because I see what she sees. So it really helps if you're trying to teach.
So you like the driver's ed. You sit in the right seat and press the brake for the people.
Yeah. Because when I didn't have that and she took off, like the second or third time she flew, I was running around freaking out because I couldn't see it. I seen it go up and then it disappeared. I'm like, where are you at? You know, I'm freaking out. So with that view, it makes it so much better. And
so Sammy, are you all digital now?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I started digital.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just in the last couple of videos I put out with the little Phantom, I had my son's old Fat Shark Scouts, and I had that little Phantom, and I figured, well, I'll try it.
I know when I'm gonna play this right now for you, because you said we could play this one with the DJI.
Yeah, and the sound is epidemic too, so it's
okay. Because when you see when you see the digital, it's almost like, man, why would you? I mean, and I understand, I know the latency, and they say that and all that, but man.
I don't fly good enough to notice latency, and what this video is, this is recorded directly in the goggles. So this is actually what I see when you fly.
Okay. I tell you, I love watching the FPV flights. I do.
Although I did scare her at the end.
Yeah, I know you buzzed her head.
Oh, she got mad. She got real mad.
Well, if you want to narrate, Sam, you go right ahead.
Not a whole lot to it. I mean, it was just it was one of those days that everything was feeling good. I mean, sometimes you go out and you fly and you like fly sideways and you can't figure out why you're flying sideways, and you know, do all kinds of stuff. But this day, everything was working good. It felt good. And this is the Nazgul that I'm flying here. And then towards the end of the video, where I go through the flagpoles, because Chris from Sunrise Water Media was bugging me to do that, is the one that is one of my customs that I built. took it right through the flagpoles, and so I'm glad I didn't destroy it. But
Cool.
it's just this is a high school down the street for me. I go there. I mean, that's you see it in most of my videos, but it's just
Sammy, a question I have: do you have to fly fast all the time?
No, but that day I was ripping.
No, I don't mean you. I mean with FPV, so you can fly slower on a whole.
You can go up and cruise around just like you would with a DJI drone. You can just get up and sightsee. It depends on how you set the angle of your camera. Okay. The higher the angle, the more forward you have to go. So you're going faster to keep the view in line. But if you drop that camera angle down, you can cruise around as slow as you want.
Well, Robby, this is what you all, you talking about getting an FPV. This is where it's at right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a blast.
It seems, Sam, like you really picked it up quick. I mean, you look like an expert flyer to me.
That was a good day. I mean, well, a lot of times too, I don't. I do fly a lot. I try to go fly pretty much every day, but it's just more of this same stuff. So I don't make. Now this is where I went through the flagpoles. This is what Chris told me to do.
Oh wow.
Well, hey, Chris is brave with other people's drones,
Yes, he is.
Well, he figures you're not big as Kai, so he can tell you to do that.
No, in about 30 seconds, you'll see when I go by the wife. According to because that drone has GPS on it, so the speedometer in my goggles was showing right at 72 miles an hour.
Wow.
I spotted it right here. Right when I come up over these trees, I look to the right, and I see. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna shoot down. I'm gonna scare her." I'm already thinking about it. And then when I go down here and I shoot through the trees, my goggles were telling me I was doing 72 miles an hour.
Wow.
Man, I tell you.
Boom. Oh, she got mad.
I'll be honest with you. I couldn't imagine zipping around at that speed. I really, I mean, I get scared just watching it.
Oh yeah, but when you're in there, you don't. Now, yeah, it will. Sometimes you'll do something and you get that upset stomach like on a roller coaster or whatever. But I love that when it almost makes you throw up. I mean, it's great. It's awesome.
Very, very cool, man.
And now I have flown a beta, and my son-in-law's got a set of Scouts, the Scout Fast Sharks. And I tell you what, I'm very surprised. I haven't. Now we've been sitting down flying, but I tell you what, I haven't even not wearing the glasses. I don't have a problem seeing it, so it's not too bad.
No, I don't wear my glasses in the goggles either. But with the DJIs, you can just send your prescription in to there's a couple different companies. Right. And they'll make lenses that go in the goggles for your prescription. Wow. So you don't, if you have to wear glasses.
Sam, you see what Doc is saying, huh? 72 is just a higher cruise for his 5-inch.
Yeah.
Well, that was just coming down there. I've had my red one, the custom built. I've had it at 135.
Oh, wow.
Well,
okay. You mean 99.9 plus
99.99999.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've got another pretty good FPV guy. Michael Blade, welcome. How you doing?
Blades, oh yeah. He's my building buddy. We go back and forth on different builds.
There's Chris is in the house. He's the one that talked you going into the flagpole there.
Yeah, that's Chris. How you doing, Chris? Good to see you.
I saw those guys at Minefield flying the FPV. I couldn't even see it. It was going so quick. Maybe when you're in the goggles and you're behind it, you're seeing a little bit better. So I guess it's different than that. But man, they were going fast.
Well, the thing of it is for me is it's as close as you can get to being a bird. Okay, it's like you're sitting on the front of the drone, just sitting there, and anywhere you want to go, you just go. You don't have to do all the crazy tricks and shoot down rabbit holes and all that kind of stuff. You can just get up, like my wife. She likes to get up and just cruise around and look at stuff. And every once in a while, she'll dip down, but you don't have to do all the crazy tricks. You can just fly around
with your camera in there. And when you're flying, can you see through the goggles good enough, like when you're going through small stuff, to know you're going to make it before you do it? Or do you just close your eyes before you
No, well, yeah, sometimes you clench up, but with the DJI goggles, I mean, they call it scraggle. All the, like if you're going through trees or whatever, there'll be like the little naked branches and stuff. You see all that before you get to it, and you can get around it. And
then you go like this.
Oh yeah, that's bad. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, you guys must really find GPS flying boring.
Well, I haven't flew. I got my Air 2 out the other day because Matt posted there was a new update. Well, it was an old update, but I haven't flown it in 6 months probably. I let my wife fly. I let Rose fly it after she started flying FPV. She took it up and she was flying around. She looked at me. She's like, "Dude, this is boring. What am I supposed to do?"
Right.
I said, "Just push that button and it'll come back."
Yeah.
All right, but one question that we ask our guests is, if you had one dream location where you could fly legally anywhere in the world, where would that be? And Robby, where would it be for you?
I think Australia, New Zealand,
Oh, okay.
somewhere down there.
Probably Australia. I've seen a lot of footage there through a couple
that's
channels and just around the oceans and the water.
Nice.
There's just really, really pretty stuff.
Yeah. Australia's on my list someday, maybe. And the other question that we ask, and I know I already know Sam's answer, but Robby, if you had one drone that you could buy or you hope for in the future, or what is your favorite drone? What would that be? Robby?
I really like the Air 2.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, for me,
I thought you were going to say the Matrice.
Yeah, no, it's small enough you can still get in your backpack, take it with you. And, with me, there's some people that fly and they're big on the setting the cameras and doing this. As long as I've got a decent view in there, I just like cruising around and just videoing what's around me, just having a good time with it. I'm not into changing, Al was trying to show me how to put the ND lenses on, and we were doing a test on the different ones, and he put the 64 on, and it was about 7:30 at night. And I said, they need to rename this. He goes, why? It's the 64. I said, they need to rename it Braille because I can't see nothing. It was so black. And he's like, well, open the camera up. And I'm like, so honestly, for a new flyer, I mean, unless you're in an area that has a lot of sunlight, when I go back to Thailand, I'm going to take some ND filters for my drone because it's really, really sunny. And I'm going to put a sun guard on it to keep some of that sun out. But for a new flyer, he really needs to learn how to adjust that camera before he starts buying the ND lenses, because you're still going to have to probably make an adjustment on that to get the lighting right, at least in the areas that I fly. So, I like the Air 2 to answer your question. I mean, I've heard a lot of good stuff about the Air 2S, and it's got the zoom feature and the other stuff. But I mean, there's so many drones out there. I got a Mini and some other drones, and the Air is just the right size for me. Put it in the backpack and go. So that's
the one I have left.
Yeah.
So what about you, Sam? What would be your favorite drone or your wish for drone?
Oh, probably the one I'm building now. But as far as the camera drones, I like Robby said, I have the Air 2, and it does everything that I want a camera drone to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's, I was wondering, everybody's talking about the new the Mavic 3 and all this stuff. I mean, what else could you want in a camera drone?
Yeah, but the Maverick 3 win.
Especially with the Air 2S, with the stuff it has with the bigger camera sensor and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, what else do you need?
Yeah, Sam, and you bring up an interesting point. We had Randall Warner's on because Randall, resigned a week later after he was on our show, so I don't know what that means.
Oh, you mean I'm gonna get fired tomorrow?
Yeah, you might. Well, no, next Wednesday. You got another week. But okay. Randall even talked about it. You really don't have to buy a new drone every 3 months or every 4 months. And I understand that, we all want the new. I say you want new features, you want better features, but it's like the FEMI Mini. I bought that drone for $319, and I'm probably, and mine personally flies okay. But then I turned around and ordered the Xeno Mini for $569, so I had like $900 tied up in two really, I say, crappy drones. When I could have stepped up and I do have the Air 2S. I don't really need another drone, but so it is definitely you kind of get caught up in that hype sometimes, and I think that we kind of all got to get away from that maybe.
I'd like to see more features in the drones other than them trying to make a camera that'll do 8K or 12K or whatever. They keep going up in that, and it's like, honestly, who I don't use it
necessarily. We're not making Hollywood movies.
Exactly. 4K is like, plenty. I mean, you don't really need, but they keep making the camera and trying to put more and more in it. Put some good features on there.
Yeah, and Dre makes a good point. I mean, people want, they think it's better, and it, I'm not saying that the Mini 3 will definitely be better. They had the Mini and then the Mini 2, which was better than the Mini, and then the Mini 3 will be better than the Mini 2. So yeah, you're going to progress into a better drone, of course.
Well,
Hey,
I should
fellas.
say some of us are making Hollywood movies, and that's Mark Fisher. He works high end video photography, and I love Mark Fisher's videos, and we can learn a lot listening to Mark Fisher.
Sam, a question I have. Oh wait, go ahead, Sam.
No, go ahead, real quick.
No, I said, what's an average? And I know maybe there is no average. What's an average FPV? What can you build one for? I mean, just ballpark. I mean,
You get a bind and fly digital. They're for a 5-inch is roughly $350, $375.
now can you build it for less than that, or?
You can, but you never do, because Mikey, and I know Mikey and Sergio, they bought the Sector 5 as a bind and fly, and they paid a whole lot less than I did building mine, because I just bought that frame,
Right.
because I liked the size of it. There was room to work in it. But then by the time you put all your custom parts and all the stuff that you want on it, it's about $500 or so.
Yeah. So it hurts your feeling when you crash it.
You haven't seen many videos with that one yet.
but you can fix an arm or fix a motor. So
Sure.
it's not like that DJI, and you don't have the DJI, right, Sam?
No, not the FPV drone. No, you can. My Nazgul, I've crashed it a few times and had to. It's like 2 screws. You take an arm off, solder. You got to unsolder the motor wire and then take the arm off, put a new one on, solder the motor wires back on.
Yeah, Doc's saying he could build one for $250, $350, and that's about
Oh,
what.
okay.
That sounds good to me. I'm gonna get in touch with you. I'll order one. When I joined the group and asked some people about which one to buy, and they said build one, and I said why? And they said you're gonna crash it anyway. You have to fix it. Learn to build it.
Yep. That's how I started to build. I crashed that Nazgul a couple times and had to do repairs on it. So I even went and bought a practice board for soldering, and I practiced soldering and all that stuff before I started doing it. And eventually you will have to repair them. So
I'm gonna put this second question up.
Yep.
Hey guys, I got to run. Mama just got home.
Oh, okay.
And I haven't seen her in a week, so I'm going to go spend time
Sam,
with
look,
her.
we
You guys
really
are pretty,
appreciate
but
you. We really appreciate you. I know we tried to get you on a few weeks ago, but we appreciate you being on tonight.
all right. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thanks, everybody. Nice meeting you, Robby.
Nice meeting you.
Thank
I
you.
will. See you.
Yeah, Sam's a great guest, man.
Yeah, definitely. And it's one of those things where the man picked up FPV, big time, and he's excellent. You could just tell watching his videos. He knows how to fly.
Mm-hmm.
He does.
But anyway, you're going to read the question, Johnny, or you're going to let them read it?
You can read it if you want.
Right. You crashed your UAS into a car that resulted in more than $500 worth of damage. When must you report to the FAA? A, don't, because there wasn't more than 1,000 damage. B, 10 calendar days, or C, 10 business days. That's pretty easy too. Yep.
I
Okay.
think
JC flying.
I think JC's got it.
Congratulations.
The correct answer is B.
Yeah. That's it. But anyway, we try to teach a little bit during the Fly for Fun show too. I know I've been learning, answering these questions. But
Yeah, it is.
we got some videos, don't we, Johnny, that we might show tonight?
Yeah, we got
You want to
a.
show them now? Or Robby,
Yeah,
is there anything else you want to share about the world drone community?
I say the same thing on every live stream. People are probably getting tired of it. Let me get the site up. Then I'll send that information to all you guys, and y'all can just kind of throw it out for me to the people. I think it'd be easier, and y'all go ahead and do what you need to do.
This is JC flying with Hitchcock Creek.
And thank you, JC, for sending it to us.
JC is a great supporter of the channel. We met him over in Florida, of course, and man, he's a he don't watch a whole lot of shows, but he watches ours, and we really appreciate it, JC.
And I love the way JC flies too.
I think this is probably with the Air 2S, I would guess.
And I might mention, Thank you, JC, for sending me that challenge, that police challenge coin. You know, I collect them. I appreciate it. And that little police car keychain and that Glock 17 pin. You know, thank you very much. But we appreciate everybody sending in videos.
Nice place right there.
It's not showing, Johnny. So
Oh, really?
yeah, and Johnny does all the work. I got to give him all the credit because he's behind the scenes, pushing the buttons. I'm just sitting here looking pretty, you know, trying to entertain you guys. And by no means am I an entertainer.
Oh, let's see.
But I know I had a great flight with oh, there we go. Okay. All right.
Very pretty place. Hitchcock Creek is what this is named. And if you're not a
North
subscriber,
Carolina. He's down in North Carolina.
If you're not a subscriber to JC, go and like his YouTube and subscribe to him. Great guy. Wow, look at that.
Yeah. And JC, I forget what was this? The Air 2S? Which drone? You want to tell us in the chat? You know, I know I watched it, but I forget. I love flying by rivers like this, and you got to watch out for those trees in the woods, though.
Yeah, they'll jump out in front of you there. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Or that water, like it did Russ.
Yeah, I tell you.
51 drones. Russ lost his. Man, that's pretty right through there. Wow.
Yeah, very, very nice, JC. Really. And look at this too. Where do you see this? That's a good FPV. Bando, as they say.
Wow. Very nice, JC.
Yeah, very, very nice, JC.
Yeah, subscribe to
yeah, he said it was the Air 2. JC said it was the Air 2. And that's a great drone, you know.
All right, this is Ray from the guy. I think he's part of the
Long Island, the guy from Long Island? Steven?
Yeah, Northeast Droneless.
Oh yeah, I met Barry up in the Rhode Island drone meetup. Yeah, he's an excellent drone pilot. He's pretty new to it too.
Let's see, Cape Cod. That's this one here. Let me make sure I pull the right one up.
And Barry's, I might add, he's going to be a guest on the show in September. But look at this video he put up.
Wow.
And he's only been flying less than a half a year.
That's what he said. Yeah. He even practiced already with us on StreamYard. So. Wow.
See, this is great. Again, by the water, bridges, you know. Very, very nice. Nice shot of the American flag, you know. That's a great place to fly.
Man. Yeah, he's only been flying. Yeah.
And don't forget to subscribe to his channel. NE Drone Life.
Where, man, that is beautiful.
Very nice, Barry. I don't see Barry in the chat, but he was a nice guy. When I was at the Rhode Island drone meetup, you know, after I met Mark and Michael Blade, he was the next guy that I met. He immediately gave me his business card and introduced himself.
Wow.
But look at this.
Wow, that's good.
Look at that tug pulling that barge or ship. Actually, is it a ship or a barge?
And what's he flying?
I'd be guessing. I forget now.
I think it's Air 2S, I believe. Yeah, that's some beautiful work right there.
It's good.
Yeah, yeah, you know.
I
And
gotta get this guy's video in because he's doing so great on this. Uh, let's see. This is Matty. He's ripping the park in his little tiny hawk here.
oh, another one switching over to FPV, and he picked it up
Yeah,
quickly.
Matt is. I tell you what, he
I tell you, Matty, you are flying really, really good.
he
For a
really
new
is, and Matty, his big thing now, of course, he wants to get into digital, and I could understand after watching some digital, man, it's incredible,
Maddie, how long did it take you to learn to fly that thing?
Shit, Matty picked that up in just a couple weeks. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, wow.
But look at him going through these palm trees. Yeah, Matty, you're going to be one of the best.
Yeah,
someday.
he's doing
No
good.
doubt about it.
He's gonna be flying that special Doc Murdoch edition over there in Spin Up. I tell you what, he when I say he caught on, like I know he texted me like he only had the little beta FPV like I got maybe a few days, and it's like, oh my God, he's so past that already, and I'm still trying to go around trees and stuff.
Very, very cool.
He's getting it though.
You notice he's not showing us any of his crashes, though.
But I don't see any editing there. It all looks like it's smooth.
No, I'll tell you what, I think he just, he caught on very quick, and that's the biggest thing I think is possible, and he did. He's
good,
young. He's got those young eyes,
Yeah,
so.
he's skilled.
Well done. Well done.
All right, let's see. We got Steven, who's it, Barkhart?
Yeah, Barkhart. He's from the Long Island Drone Group. I haven't met him yet, but I look forward to meeting him and flying with him someday.
And
He's only about 25 minutes from me.
The Barrett Beach Bunker.
But this guy flies out from the mainland out into the Atlantic Ocean. And where do you see this video? I mean, that's the Great South Bay he's flying over right now. And it seems like he launched from Sayville, but I'm not positive of that. But
and Ray, what is that the Air 2S?
This is an island. This is a barrier beach off Long Island, and it's called Fire Island. And it protects the mainland coast of Long Island. But the beaches there are beautiful, and a lot of it is just four-wheel drive access or by boat. And or ferry. You could take a ferry over there. But he's actually in search of bunker. Anybody know what bunker are? If you know what bunker are in the chat, let us know. And I'll give it a minute. But he's getting out there, and you could see the bunker with that ripple effect on the water. But bunker are Manhattan fish. And you're going to see thousands of them in about 2 seconds. And he's taking a chance going way out there with the drone because, like I said, he's flying from the mainland. But this was going on for the past 2 or 3 weeks sporadically along the coastline on Long Island. Those dark shadows are the bunker, but you'll get closer shots of them up top, breaking the water, and there's sharks chasing, feeding on them. But that's thousands of bunker fish, and the average is between 8 and 12 inches on those fish. But he circles it, and there's bluefish feeding on them also, and striped bass. But I saw this video and it caught my eye. As you guys know, I love fishing and boating, and this is a sight to see if you're an angler or a fisherman, however you want to word it. But
that's pretty good, and we'll have to get him on the show, and he's part of.
Yeah, he's actually scheduled. We got him scheduled, right, Johnny, for the 15th, September 15th. Yeah. And he'll tell us more about his videos and where he likes to fly and what he flies. But I tell you, Johnny, man, we had a real great show tonight. Thank you, Robby. You were a great guest.
Thanks for inviting me. I really appreciate it, guys. All your support is really appreciated.
And I know there's no doubt the world drone community is going to be totally successful. And
We're trying.
I'm honored to be part of it. And everybody in the chat, if you're not part of it, be sure to join it.
Yeah, Brad Austin just popped in, I think. Okie dokie.
Hey, Brad.
Okie Tom is in. Yeah, I just want to say next week we do have Brad Austin as a guest, and we have Greg Ravendu. He's the head instructor and part owner of Pilot Institute. Greg's on a lot of streams, so he'll be part of our show next Wednesday night, and he can answer, maybe we can find out, to push toward remote ID. And of course, he does the Part 107 Pilot Institute, and they did do, they were one of the suppliers of the trust test. So he can maybe give us some insight on some of those. And Greg, I messaged him and he said he would love to be on. So those are next week's guests. And guys, support all the channels, check your YouTube streams and your subscriptions. I know sometimes you do get booted off. And tonight, of course, after around 7:30, Bill Thomas and Coast to Coast Drones. I'm not sure who's on tonight. I know Ron will probably be on. And John Coopy, and usually Chris is on there, Chris Hope. But and then so check every night of the week. And if you need a copy of the Drone Show Guide, I'll get it to you. Just message me, and if you guys, we give the stickers away for fun. But if you want a couple stickers, just hit me up, and I'll get you some. Or Captain Ray, or maybe some, or whatever. We do it for fun. I got some of Michael's and Sergio's, and join of course myself and Maddie. Michael and Sergio will be on Friday night, of course, on their show, the Fly Zone Drone. So, support them, and then, just support all the channels. And Robby, it was a privilege having you on. And I know your show is just getting started. And, this is it goes fast. Look, this is our 34th show of the year. And we did about 8 or 10 shows early before. So we're the hour goes fast. And
it does.
Up, you know how it is. I'll start setting the show up tonight. And for those, I know somehow I had 6 a.m. this morning, so I was getting notifications that the show was fixing to start.
That threw me off a little bit. I was like,
I want to see how many people are paying attention.
We were definitely paying attention.
Yeah, don't forget, the Spin Up is coming up. Get your tickets to that. We'll have Kelly on as that gets a little bit closer. I know I emailed Kelly a couple days ago, and we're gonna get him on probably in a couple weeks again to make another push toward that. The South Florida Drone Meetup is April 2nd, 2022. So Captain Ray is working on that along with Maddie, and Bill Renane is helping them. They got a fishing day.
And Brad and Johnny.
And Brad Austin, Brad and Maddie. Yeah, they're really those four, I guess. And whoever, Ken Hoffbauer maybe is going to be back in Florida a little bit. So I'm sure Ken will help y'all all with a lot of stuff too.
Hey, Lloyd. Hello, Lloyd. Goodbye, Lloyd, because we're closing down the show.
But it was a great show, and I do want to thank everybody. We had a great crowd tonight, and hey, just fly safe. And Robby, you want to say your goodbyes? You're welcome to.
Yeah, we our live stream Monday night at 7:00. We've got Jackie Akers on our next show, Challenges of Flying Drones in Spain. So y'all check in.
Yeah, Robby, more official. Your YouTube is Travel Tech 360.
Yeah, Travel Tech 360.
Yep.
Travel Tech.
Hey, Robby, you were a great guest, no doubt about it. And
I'm learning from everybody, and that's what I'm trying to do. Help new people learn, because one thing that I definitely want to do that we need, guys, we need to get more women involved in this, because I know a lot of people that go to fly and their wives complain.
Hey, we had Angela Lost Girl was on the show a few weeks ago, and we had a lot of views that night. We did.
Well, they need to get it. They do. They need to get involved. And we've got a couple of people that we're going to have on our channel that we're bringing in that are girls that drone. So we're going to have a special section on them for the website, because we want to bring those people in, not just new users, but those too. So we got a lot of exciting stuff coming up next week. Y'all be able to actually see it.
If they get a lot of subscribers, I may throw a wig on and change my name.
Hey, whatever works. It's marketing, my friend.
Hey, I was supposed to be a girl, hence the IE. I had two older brothers. My mama wanted a girl, but hey, so she still named me Johnny. But anyway,
well, they say now it's what you identify yourself as.
Yeah, there you go. Well,
there you go.
But no, hey, I want to thank Captain Ray. Thank you, and Robby. Thank you.
Thanks, Ray. Thanks, Johnny.
I want to thank everybody in the chat again. We appreciate you coming in. The show wouldn't be a success without you guys. And just get out there, have fun flying, and fly safely. And we'll see you again next week.
Good
Sounds
night,
good.
everybody.
Thanks.